Guys, so I wanted to go live today because I had a person reached out to me not too long ago, and he wanted me to just look at his ads and tell him, you kind of audit it and tell him what was happening, what was wrong with it. So I wanted to go here and really take a moment to reflect on that because I see this mistake being done almost, with everybody I meet. Okay, so first, right, the when you're launching any type of campaign, the fun part, right, is creating lead magnets, is creating the opt-in page, is creating the ad itself, right? That's where what a lot of courses are available out there, right? The fun part. But what I see a lot of people do is as soon as they launch their campaign, they're like waiting and waiting, and the feeling of like, oh my God, the money is going down the drain. What do I do? It's nerve-wracking. And then they stop it, right? Or then they change something, or then they freak out, right? One of the three. So I'm here to tell you what you should do in that case and what to expect. Okay. So assuming that you have a funnel in place, right, and you're creating a campaign on Facebook, for example, you cannot touch your Facebook ads, your Google ads, your nothing, wherever you're doing the ads, you cannot touch it for at least 3 days. Okay. The reason for that is the algorithm of these platforms are in learning mode. Okay, so anytime that you make a change, either in the budget or you're adding one more interest that you forgot to add, right? Anytime that you forget that you forget something and change something within the campaign, the algorithm is going to reset the learning mode. And what's going to happen, then you're going to see like a bunch of money being wasted. And that's when, the first thing that people think about is like, oh my God, my money's going down the drain. So do not touch it for 3 days at least. For mine, I do not touch him for at least 5 days. Okay. Now, the other thing, right? Once that data comes back after the 3 days without you touching it, that's when you reflect, right? That's when you look at that data and make smart decisions. A lot of people just like get scared of the campaign and then turn it off, but they didn't look at the data that comes back. The way that I see funnels and campaigns is just data gathering at the beginning so that, again, you can make better decisions and know how to optimize your funnel so that then you can make the actual money that you wanted to make in the first place. So here's the first thing. First thing, don't touch it for 3 days. Second thing, look at what's called the click-through ratio. Click-through ratio. Okay, all that means is out of every person that saw your ad, how many people actually click through and landed on your landing page. Okay, that should be about 3% of people. If you see that your click-through ratio is not 3%, what you need to do is focus all of your might on optimizing that click-through rate. Okay, and the way you can do that is simple. You optimize the copy, you optimize, you change some pictures around, right? Anything to do with optimizing and making sure that people are turned on by your ad, right? That's the only way that the click-through rate is going to work. Just making sure that you understand your audience and the copy is so on point and the picture doesn't look corporate and all that sort of stuff. Okay, so click-through rate. The third thing is the landing page. The landing page, if 30% of people who visited your landing page are not opting in, then all your focus should then be on optimizing your landing page. Okay, so every single person that visits that page, 30% of them should be opting in. If not, focus your time on that. Okay. So now, assuming that you left it on for 3 days, didn't touch it, your click-through rate is 3%, and your opt-in landing page is about 30% or more, then the thank you page comes in, okay? And this is another mistake that I see a lot of people do, especially in the coaching industry, where in the thank you page, they just have thank you for downloading, see you soon, or something like that. That is one of the biggest mistakes that you can do, because you have captured people's attention with your ad. They opted in, and now you're just gonna just let it go. No, no, no. That online marketing, it's all about attention. Once you have their attention, you need to create your first micro conversion. Okay. What that means is on the thank you page, you can invite people either to your webinar. Okay. You can invite people to book a call with you for a strategy call if you're selling like high ticket items. Or you can introduce a product, right? A product that's like kind of like an entry product for your e-commerce store. Okay, so anything from like, you know, under $30 for e-commerce. But that thank you page is going to be so crucial to start a true relationship with a cold person, a cold traffic. Okay, so make sure that your thank you page is optimized for a micro conversion. Okay, so if at least 5% of people are not buying your entry product, or are not calling you for a strategy session, or are not opting in for your webinar, then you have to concentrate and focus your time on optimizing that page. The whole reason of your thank you page, again, is to start a relationship with a cold person, right, that visited you from your ad, and do that micro commitment. Whatever that is, do that micro commitment. There's a lot of things online that can help you in terms of how to optimize pages, how to optimize landing pages, thank you pages, Facebook ads, all that stuff. But the main thing that if you don't take anything but this one thing about this Facebook Live that I'm doing is do not touch it for 3 days, read the data, and then figure out where to focus, where the gaps are, and then from there, move on to the next, right? The next optimization point. Once you have met all of these three, what do you call it? The 4 things that I've just told you about. Once you've met all of those thresholds, for example, then that's when you're going to start seeing, right, the money come in. Assuming that your webinar is good, assuming that you're good on the phone, and assuming that your product, right, it's people want it, right? So again, focus on the data that comes in. Do not give up, right? Optimize at the right moment, in the right time, in the right order. Okay, so good luck. I hope this helps you out. And if you have questions, you know how to reach me. Thank you, guys. Bye.